What's up, everybody? It's Mac from MacTheMovieguy.com, and I'm back with my second review of the week. Despite the fact that Spider-Man Homecoming was the only new wide release, I did get an expansion in my market of The Big Sick. So I was able to go out and see the film that critics were talking about. It was a hit at Sundance, and I feel like there's always these films that come along during the summer. I really loved The Way, Way Back and Little Miss Sunshine. Both of those were sort of like stealthy summer comedy releases. And I really loved The Big Sick, too. I thought it was really good. It was written and starring Kumail Nanjiani, who, he's been in a lot of different things. I remember seeing him back in the day on Franklin and Bash and thinking he was really funny then. And he's great on Silicon Valley now. And it's really good to see him taking that step forward. There's a lot of positive messages to be had here with regards to sort of like a better understanding of Muslim people. I think some people out there think that every Muslim is a terrorist, and I think he's doing a good job of sort of showing a more normal story of what it's actually like for him, and the traditions that he grew up with, and the pressures that he faces from his family, and that arranged marriage isn't entirely a thing, but it's kind of a thing. It's not like, for him, it wasn't just like, you will marry this specific woman. It's more like his mom just keeps trying to set him up with random Pakistani women, and he really just doesn't want that. And sort of having a crisis of faith, too, in the movie. But what the heart of the story is, it's him meeting his real-life wife, Emily, and the first part of the movie is sort of them getting to know each other and going through, the hardships of the relationship. And then the turning point in the movie is that she gets sick and ends up needing to be in a medically induced coma. And it allows him the opportunity to explore his relationship with Emily and what she means to him, while also getting to meet her parents for the first time, and how they feel about him, and that sort of awkward bonding that goes on for the first time in sort of a very unique circumstance. The parents are played by Ray Romano and Holly Hunter, and Emily's played by Zoe Kazan. And those are sort of the four main characters in the movie. There's a couple of supporting characters. Bo Burnham and Aidy Bryant are both in this. And I thought it was really good. You can tell that he put a lot of his heart on the page when he wrote the screenplay, and it's all there, and it's in his performance too. I guess I could compare it to Trainwreck in that it might have been really autobiographical for Amy Schumer to have written Trainwreck like that, but I think this is just way more personal for Kumail, and you can feel it in his performance. There's a scene where he just kind of lets everything out in the middle of a stand-up set, and he had pretty much had a reserved performance, because that's the kind of actor / comedian that he is he is sort of very very one note, very just straight line, gonna give it to you deadpan. He's not wacky and all over the place and loud and everything like that. He's very just a little bit of a, I wouldn't say he drones on, but it's close to that. But he has like one great scene in the film that really showed me like, oh shit, he has range. Oh, that's good, because he was being himself throughout the rest of the movie, which is fine, but it's hard to praise somebody for being yourself, like, oh, he did a really good job being him. Like, how do you criticize somebody for being themselves, So I think it was really great to have that scene, because it showed me and it shows the audience the amount of talent and range and how committed he really is to telling the story. So I really like that. Everybody else was acting because they weren't playing themselves. I thought Zoe Kazan did a really good job. Holly Hunter, I loved her. She's got a great scene in this movie where she just kicked some ass, and it was amazing, and I loved it. Ray Romano he's a little subdued, but even he has some scenes where he gets to sort of show more of a range of emotions, and I think that subduedness is his character. I think that's who his character is. You know, his character sort of is that walking on eggshells. I'm not gonna speak too loudly and make a scene type of character. Very average, normal guy. I liked it. So definitely see The Big Sick if it's in theaters near you. I think this is another film where I didn't really have any problems with it. I think both of my problems came from being impatient about the film. You know, both of my biggest complaints would have been if I'd stopped watching the film at a certain point, would have been like, oh, well, Kumail was good, but he was just playing himself, and it's very one note. And then not getting to the end of the film where he gets a chance to show more range, and that, you know, and I would have missed the build up to that. And I think that he proved me wrong by the end of the film, so it's not really a problem. Same thing with Ray Romano, is his character could have come off as one note, but they also did the same thing where they wrote in and made sure that he has a moment to show us that Ray has range also. So they covered all their bases in the end. I've seen 3 movies now almost in a row that I've given an A grade to, with Okja, Spider-Man Homecoming, and now this. And I feel like you'll think that I'm giving out A grades like a lot, but these are 3 films that I really feel like there aren't any problems with. I feel like these are really good films. I was really entertained by all 3. I'll remember all 3 for a long time. I want to own all 3 on Blu-ray. I want to watch all 3 again. I want to tell people about all 3 of them and make other people watch them. All of the good feelings that I get when I give an A grade to a film, and all of the other films that I've given A grades to, you know, it just so happens that 3 of them came out bam, 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 you know? So, yeah. I'm going to give The Big Sick an A. Definitely go out and catch The Big Sick. It's in what I would call moderate wide release, in that if you live in a major market, you probably have it playing in a theater near you. If you live in, you know, a big city, but you wouldn't consider yourself a major market, you may not have it yet, but it's supposed to go wider in the coming weeks. So look for it. It's a really good movie. In a summer full of sequels and reboots and remakes, this is definitely one that stands out to me as being something that I haven't seen in a while. So that's it. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you saw The Big Sick, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, or if you saw, you know, some other indie movie this summer that you think is really underrated. Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next week. Peace out.